This is SoundOff, Louisiana's premier television sports show. Coming to you from Sportsbook at L'Auberge Lake Charles. Here are the guys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
We intend to live up to our slogan as Louisiana's premier television sports talk show. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready. I've always been ready.
Okay. Can you live up to
Bring
that?
my game to it all the time.
C- most times.
No, what? B plus or above.
B plus or
B
above.
plus or above.
That's how y'all graded at LSU?
That's the way we roll.
B plus.
That's the way we roll. That's
Holy
it.
smokes.
That's
hey,
it.
Like
they wanted to
Brown used to say, shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you'll be among the
stars.
stars.
Oh,
there you
my,
go.
That's
You couldn't
sweet.
have said it better, buddy.
Hey, we're going to try to give you an
Couldn't have
elite
said it
show.
better.
You deserve it. We're
Yes.
going to try. All right, more Heisman hype. The impact of Jaden Daniels winning the Heisman Trophy on LSU, the program, and the like. The second quarterback in 5 years, Joe Burrow. It's amazing.
Second LSU.
Yeah, at LSU.
LSU.
Think about that. All right, we're going to take a deep dive later on in the show into LSU's defense. You should be the expert.
Oh,
on
I'm
this.
ready, believe me.
I know you are. You're very anti
No, I'm not.
LSU defense.
We saw what was out
What
there
can
this year.
Kelly do to turn this around in the offseason and getting ready, yada, yada, yada. We'll get into that. All right, back-to-back gigantic basketball games at the Legacy Center.
Big time.
As we're doing our Thursday show, we don't, because of our production schedule, we don't know if the Cowboys beat Southern Miss, a very, very good mid-major team.
Yeah.
They got a 7-footer down there.
They do.
Which I guarantee it was packed in a great game. But we'll talk about the one coming up Sunday that's even bigger.
McNeese got some
UL
players, Rick.
Lafayette, the Raging Cajuns are coming
Yeah.
in here. The Battle of I-10. The Saints, all right, the salvage project continues.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
We'll see. All right, we'll see how that. I got an interesting question if we have time later on in the show. Let me just throw it out there for fun purposes.
Let's do it.
If you had a shot to get Bill Belichick as the Saints' next head coach, would you take the legend? Don't answer. Just a fun question. Don't answer. Later on in the show.
I have an answer.
I know you do. All right. Let's tip it off with Cowboy basketball. All right. Will Wade. Finally, the 10-game NCAA suspension ended. We went on the bench against Southern Miss. Good mid-major team. Again, our production schedule. I'm going to say it was a great game. This is an elite basketball team for the Cowboys. All right. Win, lose, or draw. This team, in some circles, is rated in the top 25 of mid-major.
That's good.
That's got to be a program first.
Got to be. And some metrics, some kind of metric
good.
thing with
That is good,
college
man.
basketball stats or whatever. They were rated above Duke, Kentucky, and North Carolina with some of their metrics. In regards to efficiency. I know I'm in the
let's don't
weeds.
get drunk.
I'm in the weeds.
Yeah.
I'm in the
It's
weeds.
metrics. It's metrics.
My point is,
I see your point, Rick. I do.
8-2, 8-3,
do.
whatever the schedule is later in the week,
Yeah.
has brought the immense national attention that this program has never had.
Let me say this.
Well, but
Never.
to me, you start with the local attention, which has been missing.
Yeah.
And they seem to have locked that
Yep.
down. Now, they got to keep winning.
They do.
But they, for the
You have any
first
doubt?
time, and
You have any
well,
doubt?
not a big doubt.
Let me say, when you look, there were times and years when we went to the basketball game, we looked at what was on the floor and we just said they can't win.
No.
We physically said it to ourselves, Rick.
They didn't
Rick,
have the components.
right now, Rick, with what's on that floor, Rick, they can play.
Yeah.
They can play.
They're very, very good. And look, if that news that Will Wade said earlier in the week that something may break legally for his two transfers,
That
C.J.
could be
Felder
huge.
from Florida and Utah guard Mike Saunders, are you
That could
kidding
be
me?
huge.
Felder is a starter.
That could be huge.
He's a starter, and he's sitting on the bench.
Wow.
And Saunders would be early off the bench.
That would be huge, Rick.
It is huge. All right, look, UL Lafayette. Will Wade last week sat here
Yeah,
and gave us a brief
he did.
history
He
of
did.
the little tension with Bob
Yeah,
Marley.
try to smooth over that NIT game. What was
He
it,
said
about
just
4
two
or
guys
5
wanted to
years
protect
ago?
their team.
6 years ago.
That's all. He
years
said two
ago?
guys just want to protect their teams. I get it.
I got it.
Get it?
I
Yeah.
got it. But it's a subplot to
My
this.
Oh,
opinion-
you better believe it is.
Yeah.
Neither one of them had anything to be proud of that game.
Yeah.
No,
They
neither
both
one.
kind of
Scooter.
acted like
Yeah.
children.
Neither one, Scooter. Neither one.
The Legacy
They'll
Center
shake
is
hands.
going to be juiced. It should be
It
a
is.
sellout crowd. It's UL Lafayette. It's the arch rival Cajuns
It is.
that have really dominated the Cowboys
That
really
place
in the
should
last
be packed, man.
I don't know, 7-8 years. I
Yeah.
can't remember the last time.
I think things are changing, though, Rick. Things are changing.
This is good. I don't know. Let me throw it out there. Okay, I'm just going to throw it out.
Yeah.
You know me and I throw it. Biggest athletic event. I'm talking McNeese UL basketball, Legacy Center, Will Wade, Bob Marley.
There
Biggest
at the Legacy
athletic
Center.
event in McNeese sports history.
Wait,
25, 30 years? No?
No.
What rivals it?
some McNeese UL football games.
I said 25 or 30. I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Think about it, though. Think about the impact for this region and the impact of Will Wade and what they are now. If they beat UL, I think they will beat UL.
No, I think.
Guys.
Look, what does that Legacy Center hold? What's the capacity on that?
47, 48, maybe something like that.
It'll be.
It's got to be to the rafters.
It'll be to the rafters.
I thought about this, and I'm going to throw out that even though they lost, remember the playoff game against Sam Houston football?
Yeah.
At Cowboy Stadium that could have put them further in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That was huge. Even remember they couldn't get the 3 yards. Remember that?
3 yards.
And then the win
They've
over
been to the
Villanova.
finals a couple times.
Yeah, the win over Villanova
Yeah.
that put them in the finals. That was huge. It was at Cowboy Stadium. It was on. I'm talking about on campus. And then, of course, that NIT game. Remember that at Burton? Well, it wasn't on campus, but against Boston College. I don't know, guys. This is a big one. This is a big one.
I look at Will Wade, and when we sit here sometimes and we say to ourselves, when he said, guys, I'm telling you, we're going to win 23 games. I mean, when you're looking at where he's at now, yeah.
You're so
Yeah.
you're
He
limiting
knew what he
it.
had.
You're limiting it to 25 years.
Say 25 or 30, yeah. Yeah, I'm on campus.
I'm thinking
on
that
campus.
now
look, the Cowboys in
That's
the
something with Will
FCS
Wade.
championship game. That's huge.
Yes.
But I'm talking about on campus.
That's Ricky. You have an argument.
This
You have an
is a
argument,
big
Rick.
one. This is
You
a
have an
big one.
argument. But like you say, Ricky, if they can walk away from the Legacy Center beating UL, we got to have him back on the show.
Jane Doe Citizen in Southwest
We gotta have him back
Louisiana
on the show.
has had nothing to cheer about athletically in the last 6 years.
Nothing.
They haven't now.
Wow,
you need
Rick.
a surefire choice for lunch or dinner
I totally
at the Max
agree with
Bar
you,
and
Rick.
Grill at the National Golf Club in Westlake. Atop the multi-million-dollar clubhouse sits the Max with great steaks and seafoods and burgers, pasta and po' boys, gumbo, and so much more. Elite service, by the way, and a very cool vibe with live sports action and that outdoor patio. Great bar for cocktails and cold beer. It's all at the Max Bar and Grill in Westlake.
If it's a story worth telling, it starts with Getaways specializing in me time. Handcrafted flavors, eager to please. Escapes to soak the day away. And rounds on a course designed by Tom Fazio. Start a story all your own at L'Auberge Lake Charles.
J&J has protected Louisiana homes and businesses for over 60 years.
Call him today, make the pests go away. J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
We're the attorneys Southwest Louisiana has known and trusted for decades. We fought relentlessly for our clients and won. We are proud to announce a new name based on our legacy of success. We are Lundy Law. The name may be new, but our team's commitment to pursuing justice for our clients has never been stronger. From personal injury and maritime cases to insurance claims, mass tort, and civil litigation, you can count on the experienced attorneys at Lundy Law.
What's bugging you?
Is it termites? The season is now and they are swarming. At J&J Exterminating, we offer some very effective weapons against infestation of your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Don't wait. Contact us now for a free inspection.
His name was Cain. He had a horse along the countryside. I saw him ride. One day they found him.
SoundOff back at you from the sportsbook at L'Auberge. All right, SoundOff presented to you by Lundy Law, also brought to you by J&J Exterminating, Miller Lite, and L'Auberge Casino. Want to let you know about that. All right, guys. Tulane, the Green Wave named their new head coach. They picked up on Troy head coach John Summerall. 2 straight Sun Belt Conference championships. So 41 years old, gets the gig at Tulane, replacing Willie Fritz. McNeese's own Slade Nagel, interim coach right now.
Charles.
Hopefully he can stay on the staff.
Do you think he'll stay?
One of the projections I saw Slade, it was a long shot. He was going to get the head job. Saw him going to Houston.
Yeah, of course.
Following up there.
Yeah.
But the new coach is making some big promises. He's saying they will be in the playoff and win the playoff.
Really?
the CFP playoff?
Yes.
Okay.
He's saying that he's okay. Scooter, he's reaching. Okay, let him go.
We have all gained new respect for the Green Wave of Tulane. Now, you might not, but I do. I love the unis.
They got some serious good
I
unis.
like those
Now,
unis.
they can, a couple of the, they mix and match a good bit, and some of them kind of strike out.
I'm
but
with
for
you.
the
Some
most
kind of
part,
strike out.
those
It's
are
too
some
late.
sweet
All right,
unis.
let's get back with the big story earlier. Jaden Daniels wins the Heisman Trophy.
Yes.
Second LSU quarterback to do so in like 5 years. Guys, instant credibility when it comes to recruiting, in particular quarterbacks. The billboard, the campaign, where was that billboard at? Was it in Los Angeles or Vegas?
Well, they had them all over.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it was
mainly, that's when they were trolling the
the Pac-12 in Vegas.
Yes. In
Guys,
Vegas,
you cannot deny and discount the power of the Heisman at LSU.
No doubt. Look, let me tell you something.
I guess, and I've been covering LSU forever.
Yeah.
It went almost forever without having a Heisman winner.
Rapid fire, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, Rick, when you think about it, LSU, man, for years, man, this is the pride of Louisiana, man. This is what we do on Saturday nights. You had a chance, people here in Louisiana and around the state, even outside the state, had a chance to go to Tiger Stadium and see this guy.
Yeah.
See
question is, will you have a chance to go to Tampa and see this guy?
That's a big question, Scooter. I can't
to
see
me,
him playing.
I think people should understand if he
they
does
should,
it.
Scooter.
He's a top 10 NFL player.
I'm still getting used to the idea that you now say I will devote my time to preparing for the NFL. I'm saying, so you're going to prepare for the NFL by not playing football. I still don't quite get that.
Your brain,
Scooter,
though,
it's called Lords of London, Scooter. That's what it's called. It's called Lords of London.
But I mean, and he's gonna be. He can't get hurt.
No, well,
you can't hurt him.
Scooter, don't say that now. That came out your mouth now, Scooter.
Really.
But
he said it, not me.
It would be nice if he could throw that past the neighbors. That would be
cool.
awesome.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Look, let me lay this out at you. It wasn't that long ago that we were lamenting on this very show, okay, that LSU could not get a top flight, even a mid-range quarterback. Remember?
We did.
Before Joe Burrow, I
said.
looked this up.
We said.
Brandon Harris, remember him from Shreveport?
I do.
He was, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, stat boy, history buff, maybe the last 3.5, 4-star prospect quarterback. This is Brandon Harris back in, 14?
Yeah, he didn't work out.
Yeah. He didn't, that's what I'm saying. It has been LSU quarterbacks,
but you are skipping a few.
Who?
Zach Mettenberger was
very
a pretty good quarterback.
But what year was that, Scooter?
Oh, that was
like
13, 14, somewhere in there.
Before Brandon Harris. Before Harris. Yes, before
Harris. Don't
Harris.
make me swear to it. But
I'm just saying there's been a drought, and now all of a sudden you get transfers like Burrow and Jaden Daniels, and now what? You got Ricky Collins in the room. This Colin Hurley's coming. Garrett Nussmeier's at least a 4-star.
And let me tell you something. If kids around the country see the type of offense that LSU play, and if that's what their skill set is, see, the problem is, Rick, sometimes you get kids at schools that don't fit the system.
Well,
if you're around the country and you're looking at what LSU does,
you fit the system to the kid. I mean,
Yeah, but still, Rick, the system, if you're going to work the system, you got to be able to put that kid in that system and make it work.
Look, Brian Kelly obviously gave Mike Denbrock multi-year extension, more money. Joe Sloan, let's not forget about this guy.
Yeah,
quarterback
coach.
Yeah.
I mean,
and let me tell you,
he's due too.
And we talked about it, Rick. You know what? Sometimes you've got to get guys that are NFL caliber type of system quarterbacks to coach these guys.
I know. Good point. Walker Howard.
You can't find
Am I getting the name right? Walker Howard.
Yeah,
but he's at Ole Miss.
Yeah,
but he transferred. But again,
you have to find
a 4-star
that caliber.
So I'm just saying, LSU is attracting this high-level quarterback talent now.
They are.
But for many years, it sucked. Sucked.
DBU has become QBU.
There you go.
Stop it.
I mean,
I'm telling
stop
you.
it.
I don't know, man. Garrett a lot's going to fall on Garrett Nussmeier.
It is, man.
Following Jaden Daniels? I don't want to follow Jaden Daniels.
Here's the thing I kind of posed in a column. You got to play one game. Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels. Who you want?
I'm gonna go Daniels. Because of one reason. I'm gonna go Daniels. When you can run, when you can leave the line of scrimmage and go 85 yards on a run, I need you.
Yeah.
I need you.
Yeah.
Because you're
Joe
doing great
Burrow
right
can
now.
go 20, 25,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
can go 85.
I need you. He can go 85. He can take it to the house.
You know, I love accuracy from quarterbacks, and Burrow was
Both of them
I
have
know,
it.
Yeah.
supremely
I mean,
accurate.
Daniels to me does not get. I think it's because he runs so good that people that didn't watch him every week don't realize how accurate he was.
Yeah. You're right about that. I mean, look, and Joe Burrow, what he has done since he wins the title, he wins the Heisman,
Well,
he
forget
goes to the
what
Super
he's
Bowl.
done since. Think of Joe Burrow his senior year at LSU. And Daniels this year his senior year.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
I think I would favor Burrow, but those two guys are the best ever at LSU.
Yeah.
We'll save that argument.
Daniels,
We'll save that argument.
Wow.
All right, rags to riches for sure. All right, we'll go riches to rags. I don't know, with the Saints?
Yeah.
They got the Giants coming in this week, guys. Tommy DeVito at quarterback. They might
on.
make him look like an all-pro.
You know what?
Well, they did meet their match to making a quarterback look like an all-pro against the Panthers.
Yes. But look, let me say this, Rick, and I don't know what it is or what the locker room is saying right now, but who can talk about who when you think about it, defense and offense? Who's going to point the finger at who, Rick? Because I can say, dude, do your job.
The defense
and
against
then it's
Carolina
like, dude, do your
did
job.
better, but that offense for Carolina is
Rick,
just
Carolina was horrible.
Because
Florida State could beat Carolina.
The Saints secondary was in lockdown mode, and I'm thinking, I know they're not this good. They are not this good.
The offense,
the Panthers could not get
their
anybody.
clunky pass protection is off.
No,
Kamara's having okay time. Derek Carr is just
I tell you what,
not in rhythm.
Kamara, I will give him credit. He's
running hard.
his ass off.
He's running hard.
He is
running
playing.
hard. Up against the clock. They're bumping us to the break.
Yes.
That's what we like to say. We're coming back in about a minute, maybe a minute and a half. Come back with us. Stay right there.
We're the attorneys Southwest Louisiana has known and trusted for decades. We fought relentlessly for our clients and won. We are proud to announce a new name based on our legacy of success. We are Lundy Law. The name may be new, but our team's commitment to pursuing justice for our clients has never been stronger. From personal injury and maritime cases to insurance claims, mass tort, and civil litigation, you can count on the experienced attorneys at Lundy Law.
Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. Refreshing flavors. Crisp taste. Crafted with soul. Always refreshing. Always diferente.
His name was King. He had a horse along the countryside. I saw him ride. One day they found him.
All right, we're back at the Sportsbook at LaBerge. This is SoundOff, Guidry, Hobbs, and Sarah.
Always.
Having a lot of fun. Hope you're enjoying it. Glad you're with us here. We've covered a lot. Will Wade, the return to the coaching bench, Southern Miss, UL game coming up Sunday as well. And you guys kind of wimp out. You guys wimp out when it comes to bad NFL officiating.
Wow.
I'm the guy who's carrying the torch. Hang on. I'm the guy carrying the torch with all the bad calls against the Saints. This knucklehead Brad Allen. This knucklehead Brad Allen. He missed the PI call, his crew, against the Falcons and Saints a couple of weeks ago. Same guy who missed the call with the Chiefs and the long pass against the Packers. And they missed it again with the late hit on C.J. Stroud. This crew should be fired. This crew, the NFL knows they have missed 3 blatant calls, and they're still on the NFL field.
It's on the grade book, though. But it's on the grade book, though. Every game gets reviewed. It's on the grade book.
Doggone Roger Goodell, do something.
It's
now,
on the grade book.
This call against the Chiefs against the Bills, great game.
I'm the last one to ever take up for NFL refs.
Yes.
We need to be stronger.
The refs got that right.
Pardon?
The refs got that right in the Chiefs game.
They did.
Yes.
They did.
Yes.
That call they got right.
I mean,
They did,
he
too.
was that far.
He was over
offside.
the line.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, that's a young receiver's fault there.
Yeah.
This guy just went, his head was up his rear, obviously. Usually, a lot of times, you see the receivers check with the guy along the line.
To see
He
where I'm
didn't do
at.
it.
To see where I'm
I-
at. Yeah.
Now, there's a
I was
minute and a
under
half
the
left in the
assumption
game.
He didn't.
Pardon?
I was under the assumption he
No, he did not.
He
Well,
did not.
you know what,
did not.
Rick? Really, the referee, I think he needs to be aware of it, though, because you're
not
Wait
their
a
job.
minute. No.
you can point.
Yes.
But are you actually pointing right, Scooter? I mean,
What do you mean?
As a DB, you're talking about the receiver to say where you're at on the line. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm a DB, Rick.
It's not the ref's job.
No, it's not the ref's job. What I'm saying, when the receiver does that, do you think he's actually pointing on the line? He's just giving a signal to the ref to say, hey, am I good?
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
Do that.
I don't know. Look, it was
all he's doing.
Great play by Kelsey. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
But he was over the line.
Yeah, he was over the line. Yeah, he was over. Yeah, Rick.
But those other calls the week
He was
before,
over the line.
that was pass interference. And
Yeah,
of course, do
it
I need to
was.
go back to 2018 Saints and Rams?
No, let it go. Let it go. Let it
Just
go.
do something about
Let
the
it
bad
go.
refereeing.
But,
That's all I'm saying. Just fire
I'm with
some
you
of
on
these
that, Scooter,
guys.
but
Fire them.
that don't mean you're actually pointing to the spot.
All right,
No.
speaking of firing, LSU in this defense.
Come on,
You
Rick,
want
really?
Matt House out. I'm thinking he's gone too. You're thinking it's not all
Well,
his fault.
I'm thinking,
How do
well,
you keep it? How do you keep
not,
it, though, Rick? How do you keep it?
I'm not
justified. Justified.
Well, you're probably right. Even if it's not his fault, they may need a sacrificial lamb.
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah.
But
The fans will be in an uproar.
Huh.
They'll be in an uproar. Go ahead.
yeah, I'm for letting Kelly make that decision.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
And he will.
He will.
And, if it's not the coordinator, there will be some changes.
Yes.
For the defense.
If Kelly sees something that we didn't see to say, well, maybe we didn't have the right personnel. Okay?
Well, they didn't.
So then now, do you go and find people that's going to fit that system to make sure that we have a better defense for next season?
And again, I got to
You
refer to
have
my
to.
esteemed colleague here in the middle, but if I read my notes correctly, LSU had 5 returners coming back on defense. They brought in 11 transfers to help that defense.
Yeah,
11.
and the year before, it worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
This year,
Did
not
not.
so well.
It didn't.
Now,
You're
did
right.
not Brian Kelly say, like a week ago, the solution is not to bring in another large haul from the transfer
Yeah,
portal?
but he's
what can you
probably
do?
still going to bring
But you
in
have to,
double
Rick,
digits.
Rick, you have to.
I
You have
mean,
to,
they are,
to fix that defense.
and most coaches are kind of saying that same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't want to get away from high school recruiting. Just, pick and choose here and there.
You got to win now, Scooter.
But you
gotta
can't
win
wean
now.
yourself from it. They all end up with double digits.
Yeah. And Rick,
The
that's-
one stat I picked up, I didn't realize it was that bad. LSU's defense on third down ranked 119th in the country. What happens?
Rick.
They convert your defense. A bad defense stays on the field,
and
and,
Rick,
your great offense
when
can't
you
get
don't
on
have
the
your
field.
offense on the field, you can't score points.
Their offense at one point, I guess they finished, was number 1.
Yeah. The juxtaposition of that is just so
It's-
mind-boggling.
It's just when you look at it, I think Kelly has to look at what he had on offense. Do you know how you could have competed this year with some of the teams like your Alabama, your Georgias, and those type teams if you would have had just a decent defense?
Yeah, I know.
Just a
Yeah,
decent
look,
defense,
The
man.
706 yards
God.
school record against Ole Miss was just
That's crazy, Rick.
was
That
just
is
the
crazy.
abyss.
I mean, they were helpless.
Yeah,
That
the
is
abyss
crazy.
Absolutely
for
helpless.
that.
That's
And,
crazy.
look, so you're saying defensive changes. I'm thinking, look, December 20th is early signing. Is the conventional thought you're not going to make a change until we get through the early signing? That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I mean, you
Rick,
got recruits out there.
my thing is
Too
this,
much-
Rick.
You don't want turnover.
If you don't have the right personnel, you better get somebody in here to find who he needs to play his defense. Okay? You're going to keep somebody and then go find guys? Doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way.
How much stock do you put into this? Greg Brooks, team leader, lose the young man to brain cancer, sitting up at St. Jude's Hospital under surgeries. Jimmy Lindsay, was it? Losing the D-line coach, okay? And then the failed experiment with Denver Harris and Deuce, what was his name? I don't know, McCluskey, I don't know. McAllister, whatever.
No, it wasn't.
Where's my notes? Deuce, Chestnut.
Chestnut.
I mean,
I didn't even want to say his name,
piling
Rick.
on problems for this defense. Piling on.
And the thing about it, Rick, this is the sad thing. Against Florida State, I was at that game. You couldn't fix it. That's what's bad, Rick. Granted, it was the first game of the season, Rick. But, Rick, as a defensive staff, you couldn't fix it.
How
You
do
couldn't fix it.
Did you answer the question already? They got to go to the portal.
Yes.
Is there enough depth and talent hidden somewhere on that
I
bench?
think up front they can get better. It's a little dicier in the back end.
Rick, I look at it every week. You and I, Scooter, look at it. If that's Alabama secondary, Rick, you are stopping that underneath route that Florida State was throwing that they gained over 200 yards on. You're going to stop that. We couldn't stop it. We couldn't
But
stop
it wasn't
it.
just that. The tackling up front with
Yes,
the front
granted,
seven was horrendous.
But Rick, the point of the
Horrendous.
matter is you're letting a guy catch an open 15-yard crossing route. Come on now. You've got to stop that.
They lost also Wingo. Another thing I want to throw in.
Yeah.
The team leader on the defense. He would have played like 4 games.
Yeah.
He was lost for like mid-season.
You know, but the thing is, as a coaching staff, you look at Perkins. He's not a Devin White. Stop it, y'all. He's not Devin White. Let this kid be an edge rusher. Let him go.
He's got his own
Let
set
him
of
wreak havoc. Yeah. And that's the thing I'm saying. What are you doing?
Well, the job is big for Kelly to find the answer.
Oh, it's big, Rick.
Oh, yeah,
It's
no
big.
question.
Because I'm going to tell you what, Rick, if you don't put up 30, 40 points on offense and you got that same defense, we got problems.
Wow.
We got problems.
You're fired up about this. Jaden Daniels covered up a lot of those defensive problems, did he not?
Did he?
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Guidry,
Always.
Hobbs, and Cerro, thanks for being here from the Sportsbook
Always.
at
We
La
love
Beige.
it.
This is Sound Off. We'll see you next time right here on CBS Lake Charles.
If it's a story worth telling, it starts with Getaways specializing in me time. Handcrafted flavors, eager to please. Escapes to soak the day away. And rounds on a course designed by Tom Fazio. Start a story all your own at La Beige Lake Charles.
Now's the perfect time to enjoy your amazing backyard. Unless you have a mosquito problem, contact the experts at J&J Exterminating and take advantage of $50 off initial service. Make this summer the best ever with J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
What's bugging you?
Is it ants? They're crazy, tiny, irritating pests outside trying to get in. At J&J, we offer weapons to locate, eliminate, and prevent their entering your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Contact us today for a free inspection.